Hey, what's up? Welcome back. Patrick here from All Things Mathematics, and moving on to the next example. Here we are given a graph right here, and we have to find these four different limits. So let's go through these one by one. So the first one, we have the limit as x approaches 4 from the negative side, right? So we're going to be approaching an x value of 4 from the negative side. This also means from the negative side, meaning from the left side, right? So we're going to be approaching this 4 over here from the left side. And so where is it on the function? That's right here. We're approaching this x value 4 from the left side, like that. And so what y value are we approaching? As we approach this x value 4 from the left side on the function, we're approaching a y value of -1, right? And so the answer to this limit here is going to be -1. Now what about the next one? The limit as x approaches 4 from the positive side, or from the right side. So as we approach 4 from the right side, notice on the function here, we are approaching 4 from the right side. Okay, so what y value are we approaching as we approach this x value 4 from the right side? We're approaching this y value of 2. Right? So the answer to these limits is always going to be the y value that we are approaching. And I went through a bunch of these examples in the lecture videos. So if you haven't watched those, please make sure you do if you want to get more practice on these different scenarios that could come up with limits. Now, here in part C, they're asking what's the limit as x approaches 4, just in general, not from the left, not from the right, but just the general limit as x approaches 4. Well, because we're approaching two different y values from the left side and the right side, as we know, when that happens, that means that that limit does not exist. Okay, so it has to be approaching the same thing. So if both of these were the same, then the overall limit as x approaches 4 would equal that value. But because these are different, we're approaching two different y values from each side, then the overall limit does not exist. And then finally, this limit as x approaches 0, well, notice we're not approaching 0 from the left or from the right, so we have to see what happens from both sides. So this is the x value of 0 here, so as we're approaching 0 from the left, from the right on the function, notice what's happening. We are approaching the same y value of -1. And notice that it's a whole, right? So notice that f of 0 does not exist, right? Because there's no other solid dot. So f of 0 is undefined because it's a whole there. But notice that the limit still exists, right? So you could have a function that's undefined at that value, but if we're just approaching that y value, then the limit still does exist. It's all about what it's approaching, not necessarily where it is defined. And again, I have a bunch of other examples in the lecture videos, so make sure you go through this if you need some more practice. And yeah, that's a wrap for this question. And that's a wrap for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you want to see more videos like this, please go to my website, allthingsmathematics.com. Over there, all of the videos are organized by chapter, by section. If you feel like you need tutoring at any point, you could also hit me up. My contact details are on the website. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.